Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Mat Energy Vibe from the 22nd to the 28th of November. We have a really beautiful, mixture of vibes coming in here, but this time sometimes there's different vibes, good intentions coming in, but then it can create a bit of havoc. This time, there's actually a bit of coherence. There's a bit of harmony between these vibes, which is actually really great because we're looking at talents, we're looking at aspects in your life that you maybe want to study or understand a little bit more. Maybe you're looking for a little bit more clarity. Maybe you're looking to just be a little bit more organized, do some more planning. There's a really, really wonderful combination here that's actually creating a beautiful foundational space for you to do exactly that. So I absolutely love that about this week, and especially to start the week like this. Perfect. What a powerful foundation. And something else that's also coming in that's it's a bit of that feeling of like, here we go again. You know, when you talk to someone and you just have this moment where you're like, we've seen this before. We've experienced this before. There's something familiar about you. There's something about the situation that has happened before, but something tweaked. Something different happened. You know, when these things happen to me, I always sit there and I'm thinking, because time doesn't really exist beyond the physical body, right? Because the body ages, we see things, deteriorate over time. It kind of gives the concept of time to a very dense vibration. But does that mean it applies to the lighter and different vibrations? Right? So at the end of the day, time exists because of aging. So but let's leave that because I can go on about that for eons. I know I probably sparked some ideas and you were like, oh my God, Eve, did you know all these things? So I'm happy to hear from you in the comments, but I absolutely love it. So guys, also, when we look at it now from this perspective, you might feel deja vu, you might feel, karmic memories coming forward, you might feel past life memories coming forward, you might feel, maybe there's something that you mastered in this lifetime, and because you mastered it earlier, it changed how certain events in your future actually played out. And so what you're doing is you're actually playing out this future that you were intended for, but because you healed something much earlier or much faster, it tweaked it a little bit. So you're still going through the same path, but maybe perhaps just in a little bit of a different way. So you might feel that coming forward a little bit, like a sense of familiarity coming in as well. And it gives always that feeling of like reassurance. It's almost like, wow, I am on path. I am where I need to be. I am focusing on what I should be focusing on. I am, investing my energy maybe in the right places. Maybe I am on track. Maybe I am fulfilling my purpose in the way that I should. It gives you a sense of belonging. It gives you a sense of like things just really beautifully starting to fall into place, or at least feeling that it's starting to, that it will. Maybe there was a bit of a recent hiccup. I mean, we didn't start November off on the best foot, at least for most of us. And so we're looking at a feeling of like just that calmness really gently starting to come back. But also, I've noticed just as things starts to go well, just as things starts to feel a little bit more smoother, a little bit more happier, there's always something that happens. It's almost like the universe is a bit like you're getting too comfortable, you're now getting into lazy mode, we're not in productive mode anymore. Whatever the reason is that the universe is coming in with these vibes to shake things up for you a little bit, it can come forward in the form maybe of someone that's maybe a bit not necessarily very happy for you on your behalf with your success. Maybe it's someone that's a little bit spiteful. Maybe it's someone that has a bit of a vindictive personality and twist and side to their characteristics. And maybe they're just plainly emotionally immature. I mean, we have people like that everywhere. They don't always know and understand perhaps where it is that we want to go in our life. They don't maybe understand the well-intended communication, and we're trying to convey something. Things can sometimes, of course, be very much interpreted by someone else's distorted view of the world. And there's nothing that we really can do about it. Even though we feel like we have this moral obligation to wake people up, we have this moral obligation to put them on their right path. But at the end of the day, where does that leave you with your path? Where does that leave you with your decisions that you need to make, or the way and where you need to move forward? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to be distractions. It's going to be distractions. And the universe is kind of like, well, do you really want to indulge in this distraction? Do you really want to focus your energy and your intentions away from where it is that you're trying to move towards? Because at the end of the day, these people are just like naughty kids. You know, sometimes a naughty child that doesn't even belong to you in this case, you know, that you can sometimes shout and talk to them and say, you know, express your boundaries. They're just not going to listen. You're not their authority. So they're just going to do what they want to do. But what you are allowed absolutely to have is to have boundaries. So remember that you are allowed to have boundaries this week. You are allowed to express the way that you would like to navigate the situation. Because at the end of the day, what I absolutely love about this vibe is that there is going to be a part of you that's going to have a sense of a deeper understanding for these people. You're going to have a sense of a deeper knowingness, just knowing that it doesn't matter what these people do or say or think. I get you. I understand you. I see where you're coming from. I'm not okay with what you're doing, but I see where you're coming from. And you know, it's interesting because what you feel coming in is that sense of compassion. You might not want to admit it, but there's a part of you that's going to probably feel very compassionate because you can see where the pain points that they are having at the moment is coming from. But you will also see their feeling of inadequacy, of not knowing what to do with it, what to do about it, how to move forward from it. How do we deal with that? So these people are in such a place of stuckness that their own frustration and anger is just pouring over. It's pouring over. And you were just in that fire line of that moment where they just released. You know, and sometimes, of course, we also have people in our lives where we trigger people's insecurities. We trigger where they feel incompetent in their life. Maybe that's what they feel weak, and you are very strong in that. And if they observe, and they are always in your presence, they see you accelerating in something that they really want to as well, but they don't have the self-worth or the support, or for whatever reason that they have, the weakness is there. It's like you just keep shining that spotlight on that weakness. And all that they see at the end of the day is this weakness, this weakness. Oh, she's pointing out my weaknesses. She's making me feel like this. She's making me feel like that. And at the end of the day, they start to associate you with a negative feeling such as jealousy, lack, you know, not feeling good enough, feeling insecure. And then sadly now their shortcomings, their emotional insecurities now gets projected onto you, even though it's not your fault, even though you're not necessarily, you know, deliberately trying to provoke it. But at the end of the day, what this vibe is also telling you, that even if you find yourself in a situation like that, be the straight arrow. Keep moving forward. It's not your problem. It's not your problem to fix their weaknesses. It's part of their life journey. It's part of their process. It's part of their purpose. They came into this world fully equipped to find the answers, to find the tools. It's just a matter of how stubborn do you want to be? How much pain or stress do you need to be in before you allow yourself to be more flexible? So flexibility is going to be key this week, and it's going to be a learning curve and experience for most of us. And it's also about learning how to be flexible without feeling like we're bending over backwards to our detriment. That's very important. So guys, there you have it. Remember to subscribe, stay up to date, and until next time, be the light that you are. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm sure that you learned a lot. So guys, subscribe to my channel here and also hit the notifications bar, and so that you can get notified every time when I upload a new video. So guys, also remember to share the video and also look out for courses that I have below in the description bar. And until next time, be the light that you are.